From the sweltering heats of the Mojave Desert to the unpredictable habitat of Tanzania's Serengeti, from the murky depths of the Marina Trench, from the exhilarating heights of Mount Kilimanjaro, you have the pleasure of listening to From Chicago to Dummast, the Dummast Podcast. What's up, Joe?
Hi, how are you, sir?
What's good with you?
Take care of your health and invest your money.
You mean take care of your chicken?
Take care of your chickens and
your mentals.
And your mentals.
There we go. Take care of your chicken. Take care of your mentals. Hey, because this year already starting off crazy, bro. It's already started, bro. Like,
bro,
seriously,
we
bro.
Thought we was leaving 2020 in the rear view,
bro. 2021 is 2020's more evil twin. Like, this is what the hell is going on, man?
Hey, man, it's a continuation.
Why you
bro.
tell them people to go on Capitol Hill? Like
it wasn't
that,
me.
bro?
I promise you. I promise you, it wasn't me. I was at work.
Why your boy Don do this? Why your boy Don do this?
Bro, they was watching it. They were watching it in the I don't even know what you call it, like a backstage area from where he was giving his speech.
Yes.
They were watching it.
They put up tents. They back there dancing. Eric Trump's wife is just...
Was he?
Yeah, Eric Trump's wife she had a little bop with it. You know, they were back there.
My thing is this: when he told these dummies to go to the Capitol, did he think this was going to overturn the election, or does he just want some chaos?
I think he sent them in there to fuck shit up. I mean, that's the only way. Like, I legit think he sent them in there with a purpose to disrupt. In his mind, maybe because it says the election results has to be certified on that day. So I'm thinking like maybe if he can make an argument if it's on a different day, which technically it was because they didn't finish till 2 a.m. Right. But if it's on another day, he can somehow argue it. I don't know. That's what he was thinking, but he sent them people in there. Trial by combat.
Put them batteries in there. Are we just jumping right into this topic right now?
Bro, we just talking, bro.
So look, did he think that causing chaos in the scramble would actually reverse the election, or like I said, on his way out, did he just want to just mess the kitchen up a little bit?
I think a little of both, bro. I think he was throwing things on. He was throwing things on the wall to see what could stick. That's the way I see it. Like, there was no coherent plan other than
there hasn't been a coherent plan in 4 years, bro. Other than to get up there and lie, there's never been a coherent plan.
The only coherent plans is to try to get himself out of trouble.
I guess so.
But I mean, it's just, bro. This, you know what, Ty? You said something about a week and a half ago that made so much sense. You said you think at least 40% of all Americans have some form of mental illness.
Bro,
I think you're right.
It's up there, bro.
I think you're right.
Yeah, it's up there.
Bro, these people literally believe, they believe with every fiber of their being that this election was stolen from them. They believe it. And the person that's telling them this is Donald Trump, and they
yeah, bro.
believe
Like,
it.
it's not like we don't have history on he who shall not be named. Like, you can't see that he's a pathological liar. It's not like that hasn't been known for quite some time now. It's kind of crazy to me, bro. Like, people went up there and died. People went up there and just like fell out. A cop was killed.
Let me ask you a question.
Over a lie.
Because you just said something. Because at one point they said 2 cops were killed, and now I'm hearing 1 again. So at some point,
no, I don't.
Yeah, they were saying like 2. They even said the names. Like, this was maybe about 2 or 3 days ago. I don't know. Maybe it was some misinformation, but they legit said 2 cops died. Like 2 or 3 days later, 2 cops died. They said it for like 1 day, and then the next day they just stopped saying it. So maybe it was some misinformation.
Yeah, I only heard 1. I know a few of them had got injuries and beat up and things of that nature. But I only know that the one was
Did you see the
killed.
interview? Did you see the interviews where the one guy, he was like, he seriously thought of debated shooting him, but he was
yeah.
he had a
But
heart
that
attack.
was smart.
He didn't. What he didn't tell you is he had a heart attack. Like
Did
he had a mild heart attack
Like during it or like afterwards?
during it.
Jesus.
Yeah. So it was that's just a crazy situation.
But like,
man.
think about that scenario. Like you said, if I shoot a couple of them, I can't get them all.
Right.
And they're gonna overpower me and take my gun.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to try and appeal to their, what did he say?
Human side. The human side.
Human side.
He right. He said, "I got kids."
Right.
So it's crazy.
But these are the Blue Lives Matter people, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
These are the people who, when it's between a cop and a brown person, obviously it's the cop.
Bro, I say it in the group page. I don't think they ever really cared about blue lives. They just want the Blue Lives Matter never really. I don't think they cared about it. What I really think they cared about is blue lives.
It was an
taking black lives
thing, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
they just cared about those blue lives taking black lives. That's just a thought. That's just something I put in there. And
so I was at work. You were messaging me.
No, we were on video conference while that was going on. And
right. So you were telling me that these people were breaking in and storming the Capitol. Like,
actually, before that, I was like, I think they're gonna break in. It's way too many people up there for them to just not be doing it. And we know how these people are. I mean, you can't. They went up there for a reason.
So as you're watching this, like, take me through what your thoughts were, because I didn't see it. I've seen some replays of it. I haven't even watched like more than maybe 10 minutes.
No, I've seen a lot. I've seen
spot footage here and there. So what was your thought process while watching?
It was a little different than watching your average Antifa or Black Lives Matter protest. It was when I was watching it, it looked like, what do they call it? A powder keg? Yeah, right. It looked like it was like they weren't going to stay peaceful. It just didn't look like that. And it seemed like they seemed angrier and fueled by the anger. Whereas like Antifa and Black Lives Matter protests, yeah, they're angry. But it don't ever look like they're about to take something over. And the thing we're talking about them taking over is something they swear they love.
Right.
And that's the American government. That's
America.
Oh, no,
I'm not sure. I don't know if I agree with that, bro. I don't think most of them love the American government.
They say they do, though.
I think that's
the mantra. They say they do.
I think they love their side. And if their side is not winning or in power, we're going to tear everything up. That's what I think their motto is.
Right. It was crazy, man. That's crazy, but that's how the year started off, man. The year had just started off
with a bang.
Right.
Bro, I really don't need this year to be crazy. I really don't.
Hopefully this year is front loaded with the crazy stuff, and it just,
I don't even need that, bro. At this point, I'm tired. The crazy uncle and auntie can go home for a while. I don't need it. I don't need it to linger or stay around. We've had 4 years since the very moment this dude has become president. It's been nothing but crazy. Literally every single. Did we have any quiet weeks when this fool was the president?
Mm-mm. You know what?
It's been something every week.
But correct. And we didn't even talk, like, we didn't do a show. So the week before all this craziness happened, what happened? This dude calls Atlanta, the Atlanta officials,
right?
Try to
always
get
something. He has to out crazy himself every single time.
You would have think he would have learned from the Woodard call or the call he made to, what was that country he was trying to get?
I listened to the Ukraine.
The Ukraine, right? You would have think he would have learned. Like, he don't learn. Like, people record calls, bro.
I listened to that the Atlanta call or the Georgia call, and I don't think he's all there, bro. Like, he really
yes, you're right.
Somebody stole something from him.
He even legitimately thinks that, and it's the people in his ear, man. It's the My
No,
little
bro,
guy.
he's the what do you call it? He's the grandpa with dementia at this point, bro.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah.
tell him nothing different.
Bro.
He know he got a Ford Fairlane outside the house right now, and somebody stole his car, and he calling the police trying to get his car back, and he ain't had that car in 30 years. Like he that's where he's at in his life at this point.
Wow. He just that old dude on the corner that's just like, I don't know. I don't know how
he gonna wander away from the house.
Can you tell me where I live?
He gonna wander away from the house and be looking for his office and things like that. I think that's where he's at. Not to drawn up any sympathy for him or anything, because he's done some really crazy stuff. But this is why I don't even know how I should. I don't know if I can phrase. We gotta. I think we have to stop electing people this old to be in office, and I'm trying to be nice with that.
Yeah.
No, I understand that you want some experience. I understand that you want some experience, but people who are getting in there and potentially they might die. They remember we were afraid of electing McCain because Sarah Palin could become the president.
Bro, even before that, I think it was the week or the day after the election, me and you had a conversation, and I was like, do you really think that Joe Biden is going to survive this whole term? Because Joe Biden is older than Trump.
Is he?
Yes. And the funny, Trump is he was talking about running in 2024.
Well, hopefully this,
like, bro, like you really think you're going to be coherent enough 4 years from now?
Yeah, Joe Biden is 78.
Yeah, so like Joe Biden at the end, I don't know. It's just, I don't want to hedge that bet. I don't want to make that bet.
And Trump is 74.
I don't want to make that bet, but I kind of feel like Kamala Harris at some point will be our president.
I've seen many people say that. Do you think she's going to be like a shadow president, or you think he's just not going to make it?
I don't even want to talk about that.
I mean, because 8 years, if he wins re-election, but here's the thing. 86.
This is what I think, and this is he'll know. I think he's surrounding himself around the right people that will say, "Hey, Joe, all right, come on." I think he probably won't run in the next, in what is it, 2024? He won't run, and
I don't know if
as a vice president, Kamala Harris might try to run for president.
I think he's gonna run again, bro.
Bro, could you imagine? He'll be 86.
Let's see what the oldest president.
That Joe Biden is the oldest president, bro. Joe Biden will be the oldest president of the United States.
The oldest president to leave office was Ronald Reagan at 77 years old.
And Biden is already 78. So,
yeah, you are correct.
Yeah, so that's kind of old, man. Like it's I don't know.
Actually, Donald Trump was the oldest to start. He was 70. Reagan was 69. So we're just going higher and higher, bro. Like, this is ridiculous.
I really think like he put okay, so he's putting people in place. Joe Biden is not going to be. I don't think he's going to be running the country, and I don't think really no president really runs the country. There's no way you can be that in touch with all sectors of what needs to be taken care of to run this country.
So the youngest president
usually people have a lot of people in their ear.
The youngest president was Theodore Roosevelt at 42, Kennedy at 43, Clinton at 46, Ulysses S. Grant at 46, and Barack Obama at 47. Those are the 5 youngest. It's just crazy. Like, okay. I'm and we're segueing into something else. It's just putting people this old in charge of like the most powerful country in the world when clearly you're starting to see signs that mentally they're not there. Like Biden can barely at times formulate sentences properly.
I think a lot of that's due to the fact that he's a former he used to stutter. So I think that's a lot of it.
You think that's what it is?
He stammers a lot, but yeah, he used to stutter.
I'm talking about the coherentness of the sentences. I'm not talking about like getting through them smoothly. I'm just saying they're not really coherent sentences sometimes. I mean, or he'll just say.
You see him sometimes reaching back for a word, like you see him, kind of trying to find that word in there. I do that now. So.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I definitely do that now, but it's like I can't imagine it at 78.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, hopefully, and I think he did. I think he surrounded himself around a nice mix of people. You got women, you have minorities, and he's gonna have a very diverse cabinet. Hopefully, they have a House. They're gonna have a Senate.
I mean, hopefully
some stuff gets done.
Hopefully, we get back to working order and
just run me my money.
We're not talking about
run me my 1,400, man. Run me my 1,400,
bro. $1,400.
What you gonna do with your 1,400? I ain't even getting 1,400. I don't even know how I play it. But what you gonna do?
Why is this so funny to you, bro? People need this $1,400.
Yes. People do need they 1,400. The reason why it's so funny to me because it's 1,400. Like
because it's 1,400.
Because it's 1,400.
If you really needed that money,
definitely.
If you really needed it, it's long overdue at this point. Unless you were on unemployment or something like that.
I think on the last show we went in depth about the 600.
Did we?
Yeah, that was a slap in the face, man, compared to what other countries got.
Bro, that's crazy. Well, the 600 wasn't even authorized at the time. That would have been the 1,200. And then they were talking about 600. It's like this is like 8 months apart. Like, I don't know.
That's crazy, man.
I want to flush the toilet, bro, and move on, man. That's what I really want to do.
Hey, before we go off this subject, do you think any members of Congress was involved in planning that insurrection?
The insurrection, I'm not convinced of. Definitely, they had hands in the protest and rallying these people up. I just have a hard time believing that they will put themselves in harm's way. It's not like everybody in that crowd.
That's stupid, man. I think some of these people that's stupid.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not ruling it out, but I don't know. But you got to think about this. When you rile a mob up, everybody in the mob is not in on it, right? So why would you put yourself in harm's way to have these people come to the Capitol?
Just because somebody's a politician don't mean they the sharpest tool in the shed. There's a lot of dumb. I mean,
no, I get that, my brother. I just think that self-preservation is always going to be at the forefront of most people's decision making.
Yeah, but a lot of them still do have that entitlement and that privilege to think something like that won't happen to them.
Maybe you do that on a day when you're not gonna be there,
and you never know. They could have been just waiting by the door. All right, I hear him. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like it. There's a
you're out, but it's like it was thousands of people outside. It's not like you could have just slipped through.
He could have found it. He could have found his. He could have found this hiding place before he. All right, I'm hiding in this closet.
No, I'm
lock
not.
The door.
If something like that going down, I'm not gonna be there at all. I'm not hiding in no damn closet because who's to say they're not gonna come in there and look in the closet?
Did you hear about those
people? Had zip ties. They had nooses. They had.
Did you hear
all
about
types
them,
of stuff?
Did you hear about them tours that some of those Congress people were given the day before on the 5th or the whatever, the 4th or whatever? So they were giving out tours. Now, you're not even supposed to be doing tours because of COVID. So they were calling them, they possibly like reconnaissance tours and, just scoping out the place.
And who was doing this?
There's some congressmen under investigation or being looked at. I don't want to say investigation. That's the terminology they use when I was reading this. But I want to say just because it's our show and I don't want to just put out, stuff out there like that, but they were saying it's people are being looked at for giving out these tours and because they're finding out it was. I mean, even the video I put in our chat earlier, the guy clearly said, "Oh yeah," he was looking at files and he was like, "Yeah, I think Cruz will want us to I think will be fine with this. All right, let's go. I mean, literally said it. You can hear it. So I don't know, man. I think and I said that from day one when it first happened. Like, it just don't smell right. It don't smell right. I think it's more than them just being riled up. I think some of them had help.
Oh, of course. There's always even during Black Lives Matter stuff that goes awry. There's always plants in within the people to herd them in one direction. I understand that. I get that, but it just seems a little too close to comfort for me. I'm sure I know it was an inside job, of course. Mm-hmm. But was it supposed to go that far?
That's what I don't
somebody
see.
Supposed
that
to
right?
die?
Correct.
I mean, that's where
I think
where
whoever said. I think right. I see what you're saying now because I'm in agreement. I don't think that it was meant to go that far. If they did, whoever helped did not think it would look like that, right, or did not think that it would lives will be lost.
Right.
So yeah, I agree with you on that one. I agree. I definitely agree with you on that one.
I mean, that's my only thing right there. It's like, that was a little strange. Mm-hmm. And then what was the goal? What were you trying to accomplish?
What's the end game? Right.
Yeah,
what's your end game here? Like, it's, whatever. These people going to spend years in jail. The new video that came out today. Go ahead.
What's the new video?
Oh, with them in the they were on the House floor. So they were on the House floor and actually no, they were in the Senate floor. They were on the Senate floor because they were right. Yeah. So they actually had the video and the audio, and somebody had a handheld camera.
Right. I saw that.
So
he was telling the guy like get out the seat and all this other. Yeah, I saw that.
And that guy's locked up. That guy's locked up.
I was gonna chime in on like you said they were going to get years in prison and all this. I just want to say that I thoroughly enjoyed.
I think I know you going.
These people not being able to get on flights. I've thoroughly enjoyed the police and the FBI and all these people showing up to their place of residency to arrest them. I've thoroughly enjoyed seeing the what was the guy that he was like a state house representative. He got arrested. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you people, man? Like, what did you really think you were doing?
Bro, they found like an Olympic swimmer or something like that. They found attorneys. They found, oh my God, police officers, armed forces. They found a lot of people in these crowds fucking shit up. Man, it's just crazy, bro. Just crazy. Let's move on, man. Let's move on to some less. Well, I don't even know if we can call Kyrie Irving less crazy. I mean, what the hell is his problem, bro? That dude is on a Zoom like
fighting for wait.
What? He's fighting for what?
Social justice. I don't want to make fun of social justice.
But
I just think the situation is a little weird,
bro. They had a game. They were playing a game,
right?
And you could look at the timestamp. While they were playing a game, this dude is on a Zoom meeting.
Right.
Like this.
Right.
What's wrong with that man,
considering
bro?
That he I think he went to party with his sister. I think he understood that he was not going to be able to come back for that game because they have a protocol where you have to self quarantine for a few days. So I think he knew he wasn't going to be able to.
That dude a nutcase, bro.
To rejoin.
That dude a nutcase.
I'm not going to throw away almost $1 million to go party with my sister and then during a pandemic and then sit in a Zoom call with was it Attorney General of New York? Something along those lines. I'm not going to do that.
But I think his team needed him.
It's early in the season, bro, and this might have been a play to get James Harden as well. Who knows? And maybe it all worked out for him.
What's up with James Harden, bro?
Man, he wanted to get out of Houston, bro.
He's not as crazy as Kyrie, but he kind of crazy, bro.
He's a little loopy. He's a little loopy. He's a
That
character.
dude showed up. That dude showed up looking like Mark Henry, bro. That dude showed up to the NBA season.
He was in my shape. He showed up in my shape. He showed up with my dad bod.
Bro, he should have walked out to the Mark Henry music, man. I can't believe that dude showed up looking like that. Like, what? It wasn't even a long off season, bro. Like,
right. Like, how did you do this,
bro? How did you do that fast?
You just got eliminated from the playoffs like a month and a half ago,
bro. It took me 40 years to work on the same stomach you got, bro. What did you do in a month and a half, bro?
That bro he was in them strip clubs eating them hot wings, bro. That's all that was. I don't know, bro.
Oh my God, this dude
I don't know.
nothing but that dude, bro. You have to do that on purpose, bro. He ate nothing but Big Macs, bro.
Nothing but Big Macs. Didn't do
Big
nothing
Mac
but
for breakfast.
lay in bed.
Big Mac for second breakfast. Big Mac for lunch. Big Mac for supper, bro.
Right.
Big Mac for brunch. Like, he ate nothing but Big Macs.
Did you?
Bro.
So I put in the chat because I was watching the game. They were playing. Damn, what team were they playing? They were playing the Lakers, and they looked horrible. They looked. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I saw the clips.
I was watching. Watching the game.
They look like they shouldn't even been there, bro.
I was watching the game. Like, this is terrible. He's definitely getting traded because right now he's just a hindrance to the team. And then he gave he was at the press conference afterwards, and we're not good enough. Yeah, I don't think it can be fixed. Just disrespectful, bro. Just if I'm DeMarcus Cousins, I do a flagrant foul as soon as he come down the lane next time I play him. Just all out clothesline.
But here is the funny part, bro. That dude, first game with the Brooklyn Nets, he went off.
Triple double.
He went off. Triple double. The dude went off.
Out there with that spare tire, like dropping down.
And then, but here's the funny part. I don't see the spare tire anymore. He looked like he lost weight. He lost weight in like 3 days.
You think he was wearing a fat suit?
I don't know. I don't know. He did not look that fat with the Brooklyn Nets. Like, what did he do?
You think he had a couple extra shirts on or something?
He probably did want to get traded. He probably put on a fat suit. Dude probably put on.
I would really like to see it come out later that he had on some type of prosthetic belly or something, because he was definitely out there looking like Kendrick Perkins. He was definitely out there looking like Kendrick Perkins at one point.
Oh my God, bro! If that come out, he crazier than Kyrie.
That's a weird mix now, bro, because you got Kyrie, you got Harden, and you got Kevin Durant, who's already kind of media sensitive himself.
Oh my God.
But I bet you now that he's got James Harden and Kyrie there, he don't have to worry about the media all that much, because they're going to be focusing on those two more so than him.
Bro, can they beat the Lakers?
Yes.
If they stay sane, can they beat the Lakers?
Yes.
I think they can.
They have to sign a big man and a wing, but they can with what they have.
Hey, did you hear the oh goodness, what's the dude that they traded that went to the oh goodness. He failed the guy who failed the physical.
Karis LeVert.
Jesus, bro. Let me ask you a question. They did the trade pending the physical. The guy obviously failed the physical. What did he have?
I think Indiana did a more in-depth physical.
Got you.
He has a mass on his liver, but you don't even know what it is. It could just be a non-cancerous growth on his liver.
They say he out indefinitely though.
Right.
So. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't ask for your trade back. Like, hey, bro,
he got traded to Houston, and Houston traded him to Indiana. Right. So I just don't think Houston did the most in-depth physical on him. Clearly, I don't know how do you even find a growth on somebody's liver? Is it MRI or
MRI? I believe.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. But that's why these dudes get paid all this money, man.
Yeah, I hope
they save your life and find masses.
I hope it's not. Yeah, I hope it's not bad. I mean, hopefully we see this guy again. I think we will.
No, I don't. I mean, You know, they're gonna run tests.
Sometimes they do them things and it's just a shadow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they gonna dump, bro. They gonna run all these tests. You'll see. Yeah, I don't even want to speak on it because I don't know what it is, but you know, hopefully he's okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. Hey, the Chicago Bulls. How they looking this year?
Inconsistent.
Inconsistent.
They look really good some days, and then they look like a young team that doesn't know how to win other days.
Do you think it's just because they're young, or just because they're young?
100%. It's because they're young, and they probably have log jams at certain positions. So Billy Donovan is trying to do. You know, he's trying to find his rotations. See who's going to play in what scenarios, see who's going to play, who's not going to play at all. I doubt Felicio sees the floor much at all. He's been a punching bag for a lot of people. Like, my girl hates Felicio. She thinks he's the worst basketball player ever, and she don't even watch sports. So she just
hates what?
Felicio, one of our basketball, the dude from Brazil. She just hates him, and she doesn't even watch sports like that. So she's just, every time she sees him, like, why is this dummy out there?
How's the coaching? You think the coaching is better?
Coaching is leagues better.
Leaps and bounds.
Leaps and bounds better than the previous bonehead.
I thought you'd say that.
That last dude was terrible.
But let me ask you, Patrick Williams.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking good, bro.
Patrick Williams looks like a budget Kyrie.
He's looking real good, man. Like somebody.
I don't get
by me. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was a little shocked by the pick when they picked him, because he went number 4 and I had never heard of him. And when I checked on him, he was coming off the bench in college. So I'm like, why the hell did we waste a number 4 pick on this guy?
On the bench warmer.
On a bench warmer. Well, he wasn't a bench warmer.
Not a bench warmer,
he was
but
coming off the bench.
Right.
But I watching him play, good defense, nice shot. You say he had an ugly shot. I don't see the ugly.
You know what it is? I don't like his shot comes from his stomach, and I don't. Mm-hmm. I just don't like those type of shots. They just look weird to me. I like the from the chest, and you know right. His shot comes from down here, and he kind of. Right. Oops, sorry.
There's a little bit of a wind up.
Yeah. I should have. You know what? I said it wrong. Right. I said it wrong.
Poised.
I said it wrong. I don't think his shot is ugly. I shouldn't have said that. I just don't like those shots.
That's fine. Yeah. That's fine.
I don't know, man. He looks good though. Like the move. Like I look at players when they don't have the ball, and his movements just it's like he always fighting to get open, or
I don't know if it was you who said it in the chat. He looks good. Somebody said he will be good. I'm like, no, he looks good now.
Yeah, he looks good now.
Right, like in a few years, if he consistently works on his game and shores up any deficiencies, he's gonna be, I damn near want to say, an elite basketball player in this league. Now that doesn't mean that he's gonna be like a 30 point a night, 25 point a night guy. I'm not saying that.
He's gonna make some noise.
He's gonna be a impactful player. Like right now, I could see them. I don't know. The dude is good. He's got a nice jump. He's shooting like 45% from 3. Like he looks really good, and then he does it on both ends, which is something that I like to see. I like to see a dude who puts the effort on both ends. But then they need to play some games together. Like Markkanen again has missed some games. They just beat. Who did they just beat? They just beat the Mavericks today. And they were up on the Mavericks like 16. And the Mavericks had Porzingis back, so it's not like they were undermanned team or anything like that. But they're 5 and 8 at the moment, and they could very easily be 8 and 5. Because a lot of those games they were up or they were in the game and they just didn't close them out properly. And a lot of that is just making a bad pass, taking a bad shot, and the other team capitalizes off of it. But they were in most of those games. So I see the promise, and at least we have good coaching now. You can't have promise and bad coaching. because it's never going to materialize because they're not listening to them. Even when you see the huddles, right? When you see Billy Donovan get them all together, they're looking at them, they're listening. With Boylan, they were looking off somewhere else. Nobody's paying attention to this goofball. So hopefully in a couple of years we have a nice playoff team or something.
I was going to ask you that. You think you what's their record right now?
4-8, 5-8. I'm sorry,
5-8. You think they can somehow slip into the playoffs? Maybe they get it, maybe halfway through the season, and
so we're playing
get that 8 seed.
They're playing 72 games this season, I believe. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they got a string together. I think they won what did they win? 3 in a row, which is something that we haven't even been able to do the last few years. If they put a few of those,
I think it's
together.
Obtainable.
Yeah,
I think it's obtainable. They get that last
it is the East. Yeah. It is the East. I mean, the East looks a little weird right now. So it's like Brooklyn, Milwaukee, the 76ers, and who. Actually, the Hornets have looked okay so far. So, you never know, man.
Let's talk about the Bears. What are your thoughts on the season that just ended last week? Was that last week? Yeah, that was last week.
Mm-hmm.
What would you, are you I didn't think they were going to the playoffs this year. I mean, they started off, 5-1, and then lost 6 in a row, and I thought it was done. They made a push to get in the playoffs, but what do you take away from this season?
Nothing, because it's uncertainty. You don't know if Robinson is going to be there. You don't know if Trubisky is going to be there. Nagy and Pace are going to be there. Right. This team may look totally different next year. I mean, there's a couple bright spots. I think Mooney was a bright spot. I think Montgomery, the way they used Montgomery the last 4 or 5 games was really nice. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about the Bears at this point.
What do you think they need to change?
We need a quarterback.
For sure.
And they need a quarterback that they can trust. I mean, because clearly they didn't trust Trubisky.
They need I don't even want to say it. Well, no, I will say it. They need to draft a black quarterback, man. They need to stop. What is the problem?
Now, I don't want them to draft a quarterback simply because he's black.
No. I don't want them to overlook, bro.
Right.
The last black quarterback the Bears have was in the 70s sometime. Drafted. I'm sorry. The last quarterback that they drafted was in the 70s sometime.
Right.
You can't tell me that every year you're drafting, it's the next best quarterback up is always a white man. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. It makes no sense. At some point, you have to say, "Well, is this being done on purpose? Is this are you?"
It's weird, bro, because I feel like that was the trend for a long time in the NFL.
Yeah, and it wasn't just them. It wasn't just Chicago, but it just seems like we're the only team that's still doing it.
We're one of the few, yes.
It's I don't know, man. I don't know.
But why do you think that is?
The quarterback is always the face of the team. That's that's your poster boy. That's the face of the team. That's also your team leader. And it just seems like there's a conscious effort to have that a great white hope or white man. I don't know. I could be wrong, bro. Hopefully I am. Hopefully I am wrong. Mm-hmm. But my eyes and my eyes and my brain work. You know what I'm saying? And when they get to working, they get to thinking. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in coincidences. And you trying to tell me this is a coincidence? Every year since the 70s, since the early 70s, that the next best quarterback up is a white man all the time.
I mean,
it's never been a black man. Never.
I'm always going to have a problem with Trubisky because we passed over Mahomes and Watson.
Right.
So I'm always going to have a slight.
Not even that. They traded. They traded up. They traded up to get that, to not get Watson or Mahomes. So, bro, at this point, I got the question. You're doing this on purpose.
I mean, does it come from leadership? I mean, the ownership.
Yes, I believe it comes from the ownership, man. I think it's a.
So you think Virginia McCaskey is saying no Negroes, or
not
there's
quarterback. Hey, they can
there's
be
a
a
certain
running back.
culture. There's a certain culture that they just have running.
Mm-hmm. I think it's like, I mean, even to go back to the Bulls, for the longest they only drafted certain type of players. If that,
Well, they're still doing that, to be honest with you.
yeah.
Because
Hopefully, this new management is not,
Yeah, I don't think they did it specifically because of his character, but I would say Patrick Williams fits that mold that Paxson had been going for. But he's a really good basketball player on top of it.
Yeah, Derrick Rose was too, I mean, there are good characters. There are good players that still have that character. I don't want to say,
Right.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna be honest with you. I know we're talking about the Bears, but with the Bulls, I've always felt like they needed a bad boy. They needed somebody with some edge.
Yes.
They needed somebody to push them over that hump. They never had somebody that. Man. Yeah, they never had somebody that would go just take a hard foul on somebody just because they was being disrespectful. We really didn't have that.
Bro, this Chicago, man. We have an edge. That's our personality. I mean, we have an edge.
It seems
that should be reflected on this team.
Ever since Jordan and Pippen and those guys have been gone, whenever a Chicago Bulls team had faced some adversity, they would just fold. They would never get beyond it. And maybe if we kept Jimmy Butler, we would have that type of personality that would not fold.
And it do seem like when we do get a player, they get rid of Ron. We had Ron Artest. We had,
yeah.
It is, it is.
And I don't see anybody on the team right now with that type of gumption. But at least we have a good, solid, all around team. But with the Bears, man, we need a QB. It sounds like Robinson is not going to come back like he may. Well, I don't know. They might be able to franchise him. Who knows? But I don't know, bro. The Bears is. I can't have my teams because I don't really follow baseball in Chicago. I'm not a baseball fan. So I need basketball and football to be good, and it hasn't been good for a while. So I see the promise in the Bulls, the Bears. I just don't know because it doesn't seem like Pace really knows how to pick certain players. He could build a team, but a lot of his defensive picks have been good. A couple of the wide receivers have been good, but definitely that QB pick was who knows?
Sus.
Yeah, sus. So I'm not sure. I don't know if I have the trust for that brother to continue going forward. I think we might be headed for another rebuild.
I hate rebuilds in football.
Yeah, it takes forever.
In football, yeah, I hate them.
Like it seems like baseball gets it done pretty fast for some strange reason.
Cubs rebuild was pretty quick. I mean, it was like 2013, 2014, and 2016 they won it. Sox did a rebuild, and their rebuild is fast. Sox are right there, like to go to the World Series. Like they did a pretty good job. I hate to say it because I'm a Cubs fan, but yeah, they doing big things on the south side of Chicago baseball.
You're a Cubs fan and a Packers fan.
I'm not a Packers fan, bro. I just don't hate the Packers. I don't hate any football.
That means you're a Packers fan. If you don't hate the Packers, that means you're a Packers fan. You just told me.
What the hell is wrong with your logic? What the hell is wrong with your logic?
My logic is you just told me you were rooting for the Packers next week. You just told me.
I'm a New Orleans Saints fan because I don't hate the Saints.
You just told me this.
Wait. What? What did I tell you?
You told me you were rooting for the Packers next week.
I just don't want to see Brady with another. No, bro. No. I just don't want to see Brady with another chip, bro.
Your chest shall forever be tainted with a G. You are now a Packers fan. You have the scarlet letter.
Whoever can get Brady out of the playoffs.
You're a Packers fan.
I don't care if it's the
never will you ever see me root for the Packers ever. Bro,
I ain't gonna have no pom poms and jumping up and down. Bro. I just want to see the Packers.
You used the word.
I want to see the Packers.
I lost a little bit of respect for you when you told me.
I believe you. I definitely believe you because when I called you, you seemed a little disgusted with me, man.
Yeah.
What's up with that, man? What's up with that?
Bro said he rooting for the Packers.
What did the Packers ever do to Tyrese Pickett?
They beat the Bears before. That's what they did.
The Bears beat them before.
As they should.
I don't know. That logic has always been funny to me. I gotta hate this team. Only because I don't know. It's weird to me. I don't. Have you ever put it like this.
For the Cardinals?
Never. Actually, no. That's not true. That's not true. When the Cardinals play the White Sox, I root for the Cardinals.
Showing his true colors. Showing your true colors.
Let's move on, man.
You were rooting for the bad boys when they was playing the Bulls?
Never. I just don't want to see Brady win another chip. That's all. So anybody who take him out, I don't care if it's Aaron Rodgers.
If he got to go up against Mahomes, I don't care what he do. He's not gonna win.
So you think bro? I'm seeing in the Super Bowl. I'm seeing the Green Bay Packers versus I ain't even gonna say their team names. Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes. That's your Super Bowl matchup right there. Everybody else don't even matter. I think it's gonna be a shootout.
I'm hoping that Brady could go down there and do they come to Tampa or do they go to Green Bay?
I don't know what they got going on this year.
I'm hoping Brady can pull another one out, but he's not gonna beat Mahomes, so it doesn't matter.
Nah. All right, bro. Let's move on. We're gonna stay in the city with this one. City of Chicago. We got the City Bricks Report Card Project.
Yes, sir.
So, what you think about that? What's going on with that? Did you see the mural of accountability that's in Garfield Park?
I haven't seen it personally. I saw it in on the website, and I saw it in the video.
I think it's pretty cool, man. I think
it's pretty cool. So what this is this is one facet of it. It's essentially a mural that puts up statistics that shows the disparity in the Black community in comparison to other communities. And the aim is to bring light to why those disparities exist and what can be done to, make the playing field a little more even.
Okay. So, some of those those differences, I couldn't even get the word out. Sorry. Some of those differences that I saw was the life expectancy in Garfield Park in relation to the north side of Chicago, which is 69 years old in Garfield Park and 82 years old on the north side of Chicago. Household income in Garfield Park is less than $25,000 a year, and in Winnetka, which is a suburb of in Illinois, is $200,000. That's a big gap, man. That's a big gap. Other things I saw, Garfield Park, the home value $164,000. Lincoln Park, which is on the north side, $600,000. Household poverty 42% in Garfield Park. In Garfield Park, and I just want to say this, I think Garfield Park is a good area because, well, when I say good area, it's a good area to look at because Garfield Park is like a lot of areas that me and you have grown up in. Me being a product of the Austin community, and you being a product of what community? What is
I was in West Humboldt Park, and now I'm in Austin now.
Right, and we both went to school in the Lawndale community, Holy City. I don't know, man. I think I believe this is going to shed light on a lot of issues. Because, I mean, yes, we march, we do, we're in the street, we march, we having a conversation, but is that enough?
No,
because it just seems like like that we're missing a lot in our community. There's value in our community,
right?
And it just doesn't look like it doesn't seem like that value is being invested in.
This is correct. But I think a lot of it, bro, is education, right? So you got to be more educated on taking care of your health, what you put into your body. We got to do way more financial literacy. You got to learn how to invest. We need way more business entrepreneurs in our communities, and we need to keep the dollars in our community. One thing that I see a lot is people from our communities do well, and then they take their resources and they take them to another community.
Correct.
Now, I'm not knocking anyone for doing that, because I understand you want a better way of life. You want to improve your livelihood. But if we just keep stripping the resources from the community would never grow and it would never improve. So there's many facets and many things that need to be done in order to turn that around. But you also got to speak about the fact that Chicago is one of the most segregated cities in this country.
That's
right.
Facts. Yeah.
So, there's a lot of things that need to be seen. Like these kids need to see doctors. They need to see lawyers. They need to see business entrepreneurs. They need to know that there's another way to go about your life, so that hopefully they don't go down that route of gang members and drug dealers and things like that. Because if that's all you see, and that's what's all in front of you, and your household is dysfunctional and broken up, dad may not be there, your mother might be a single parent, it's kind of hard to see the way out. And there's a documentary that's in conjunction with this, that's being shot. Hopefully, seeing these things right before your eyes can open up some people's eyes, and hopefully, just it could be a wake up call to the community.
Right. I believe so the report card aspect of it, I think, is a great idea. I mean, we should be holding these elected officials feet to the fire when it comes to you know how it is. They come in with promises on what they're going to do for the community.
Right.
And their term, it's time for them to get reelected, and they say the same exact thing. Right. Or they say things that they've done to the community, but did it really help? I mean, are we seeing the gap between
did it
income,
move the needle?
Right. Are you moving the lead? Are you moving the needle? I don't know, man. It seems like we need help. I mean, and when I say we, I'm talking about me and you. We come from these communities. And when I say we, I mean everybody. What's in that community? Me, you, people that look like us. We need help. And my question is, like, I don't know, why can't America solve the issues that these communities are facing?
I don't think it's an issue of can't. I don't think they want to. I don't think it's important enough.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever there's an issue that's deemed important, they mobilize on it like that with the flick of a wrist.
Right. So if it's not important enough, what do we have to do? What do we have to say? Where do we have to go to make this important enough for them to see it, for them to say, you know what, again, I'm going to go back to what I said before. There's value there.
Right.
Look at me. Look at you. There's value there. We're no different. We're no different than everybody else we saw growing up.
Right.
And, there's value there, and I see it. I see it when I look in people's faces, when I talk to people, when I talk to people back home. I see that value, but it's not being invested in.
I just feel like we have to get on the same accord. We have to control our socioeconomic circumstances, and we have to wield that power of leveraging politics, which is something that's not always that important to our community. Of course, there are people in the community that know how important it is, but when you speak to the average high school student, to the average adult, they don't know how important it is to get out there and vote and put certain people in certain positions to get certain things taken care of. I mean, I don't think that's all the way understood, and you need financial resources to do that.
That right there. See, that right there, the financial resources. That's what we should be targeting, and that's what we should be focused on. to have someone from another country come into our community, and they're able to get loans, and they're able to build whatever they want to build in our community, and we're in there buying it. Why can't we all get on that page to utilize those dollars so we can put things in the community that we need, health clubs and just things that would build the community up that other communities have no problem getting.
Right. I remember when I was younger, you had I used to go to camp. I used to go to summer camp. I used to go to Boys and Girls Club every day after school. So it seems like even though we're in more modern times, it almost seems like we've taken steps back and we've stripped programs from these communities.
It's regressed. It's regressed.
Right.
It's definitely
it's
regressed.
Just gotten a little bit worse. So a lot of that stuff has to come back, and maybe we need to stop looking for external forces to do it. Maybe we just need to organize in our communities and just pull together and start doing it ourselves.
I believe that's a start, but at some point we need America to invest in these communities, and I'm not just talking about the ones in Chicago. I'm talking about the ones in Detroit, Houston, wherever the urban areas with people that look like us. People
so let me say this:
like
you're from Chicago. You've moved to VA or whatever. Have you seen communities similar to that as well?
Not out here, no. What they call the hood out here is Bellwood in Chicago. So
and that's the hood.
Yeah, that's the hood. And when people say, "Oh yeah, that's the hood," no, bro, you don't know what the hood is. You don't know what it is. You have no idea. This is a suburb compared to where I'm from. Right. I would have loved to live out here. And just by even saying that, it's worse now in these communities than where it was when we were young, when we were 15, 16, 17 years old. So I don't know, man. I think, like you said, maybe we should start looking at our, build inside the community, but that's just a start, man. It's some real money that the community now doesn't have access to, need to be invested, man. Somebody really need to take a look. Hopefully with the new administration, something like that could happen. I'm not going to hold my breath. It would be great if something like that happened, but I believe, and like you mentioned before, education, just like me, I'm into the stock market. So are you, even more so than I am. Nobody taught us this when we were young.
Nobody taught us this. And so I definitely want to make it a point to say that, I've opened up a brokerage account for my son, which I will be taking care of until he gets to a certain age. I've started to talk to my daughter. I have two other daughters. I'm starting to start that education on that front, just so that 20, 30 years in, financially, they could have something to look forward to.
Correct.
So that you don't have to work and slave and then, let's say, depend on Social Security or something like that. There are other avenues. There are other ways. You could buy some property. You can rent out some property. There's other things that you can do that I know that I was never taught about, not in school, not within my family. I've had homeowners in my family. So I always look to that, like, at some point I'm gonna own a home. But when you see somebody who, let's say, is doing well in your community, and let's say you open up a dialogue and you're like, man, how did you get to this point? Well, I own real estate here. I rent this out. I have investments. I have multiple of investments. I have a diversified portfolio. That is life-changing stuff that I don't think is spoken about enough, and I don't think is deemed important enough. I think in some ways it's deemed almost out of reach.
Right. And the culture needs to change, because a lot of times you would talk to people about that stuff, and and here's the thing, because I was complaining about nobody ever taught us that, but even as a kid, if somebody would have tried to, who's to say I would have even listened?
You probably wouldn't have listened,
right?
But the introduction to it would have. I feel like later on in life, when you, let's say, you started contributing to your 401k or something like that, it probably would have dawned on you how important so and so tried to teach me about this when I was little.
Right.
You know, it's just planting the seed sometimes is good enough.
But if you have enough voices that could talk about it, it gets reinforced. So I may not have listened to it the first time, but who's to say I wouldn't listen to it the third or fourth time?
Right.
So it's a lot of different things that could be done, and something needs to be done because we have value that's being wasted, and I don't know that I'm.
But the most important thing with what you're saying, and I have had this conversation before, the value is there, but you've been told that there's no value there. Let's say living in the communities that we come from is one thing, but then let's say owning property, even if the property is not the most expensive property or quote unquote most valuable, becoming a homeowner is still one thing. It teaches you certain things. You can learn about equity and things of that nature. That
me and you had a whole conversation.
Again, nobody ever teaches you about it.
But me and you just had a whole conversation about having a home warranty. So you know,
it's a different conversation. It's a different perspective. But again, you need to see the homeowner. You need to see the store owner that looks like you. You need to see the person who's investing that looks like you.
Correct. See that's
so that it's not
right
foreign.
There. That right there. Right. Like it shouldn't be strange for somebody to come up to me and talk to me about starting a Roth. That should not be foreign.
Right.
But it is foreign.
Right.
It is foreign. That is reality. But if you have enough
another part of life that you like, what are you talking about?
Right. But if you have enough people in those communities talking about that, teaching about, anything that has some type of advantage to uplifting our community should be talked about. I mean, it does start with us. It does start with the people that live in that community. But at some point, some type of economic change in these places.
Financial literacy really needs to be reinforced, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be a part of CPS curriculum anytime soon. I don't want to be too harsh because there might be a school somewhere that's teaching it, but it really needs to be something.
In our communities, it should be, and it's probably not taught like that across the country, because in some communities, you wouldn't get that from school. You would get that from your dad, or you would get that from your uncle, know. But it's almost like we start off in those communities. We start off at zero, at ground zero, where in other communities they start off at mid level,
the third floor.
Yes. So I don't know, man. I don't have the answers. Hopefully with this documentary, it can bring light. It can bring some type of light, and maybe we can get to an understanding so we can implement change in these communities so they can thrive. Because right now I don't see it thriving, and I want to see our communities do better.
I mean, you got to plant the seeds, but you also got to stick around and make sure the plants grow and they're nourished, and you got to pass them on to the next generation.
Correct.
Because I just feel like we have the same conversations in our community like every 20 years. It's the same conversation.
Right. But when does the conversation lead to action? And
exactly.
That's what I want to know. When do we stop talking about it? When do we say, okay, enough? It's time to stop talking about it. It's time to stop marching about it.
Right.
Actually, it's time to actually do something.
Right.
I don't know. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that, man. Hard stop. Let's talk about some games.
So for those that don't know, this is what we do. We might talk about something super serious and then jump into something a little bit more lighthearted.
What you playing lately, man?
I've been playing some 2K. I've been playing some Forza.
Okay.
Been playing
Forza.
some Immortal Phoenix Rising.
How's that game? Immortal Phoenix Rising.
I mean, I love it. I think because I haven't played a Zelda in a while, but from what you explained to about what was it, Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, I love that game.
It strikes me in the vein. I've played a very little bit of the 3D Zeldas. It strikes me as that like a Zelda clone,
like just an open world
puzzle solving,
yeah,
fighting big monsters, flying across the sky, riding a horse, bow and arrow, all that good jazz.
I was it's crazy that you even say you've been playing that game because I was watching someone play it right before we started recording.
Okay.
Before we started our pre-show, just spitballing on what we were going to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It does look like it does remind me of Breath of the Wild. What grabbed me with it is the combat, the gameplay. It seems like it's easier than playing Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, you swing your sword 5 or 6 times, it's broken.
Oh,
I didn't see that on there.
No. There is no.
It seems like your weapon is going to be your weapon, and I saw crazy abilities and.
So the thing with the weapons to get a weapon out of your hand is some of them have different attributes. Some of them may give you your stamina back on hit. Some of them may give you a full health bar on parry. So there's different things like that. And as you upgrade it, it gets more abilities as well. So you're not going to be walking around with just one weapon because you might be in an environment that you need to have a different ability on that weapon. So your weapons have attributes. Your armor has attributes. Mm-hmm. Your bow and arrow has attributes. So, and then you have a chest armor.
Like this little hawk that just flies over you and he helps you out. It looks pretty cool, dude. I'm definitely going to get it. I'm going to get it for the PC.
It gets progressively deeper as you go into it. And you unlock all the powers. So
the map is huge. I saw the map. He showed me the map. It was literally me. He was doing a live stream.
Okay.
And it was literally just me and him. So I'm just like picking his brain. And he just talking to me the whole way through. So, he showed me the map. He can't, like, it looks really interesting.
I want to say it's like 7 areas. I'm probably 3 areas in.
Okay.
And I've been playing it for hours. Playing on an Xbox, by the way.
Gotcha. I've been playing some 2K as well. My character started off trash. Like, I was getting frustrated. I was about to turn the game.
It's because you're a Packers fan.
Man, chill out.
You deserve to be trash.
But no, man, like the guy, like he couldn't hit a shot. My teammates wasn't doing anything, bro. We on an 8-game winning streak. We were the best team in the league, man. Like now, I had to get those badges and set my player up a certain way. So, yeah, I've been playing a lot of 2K, a lot of Cyberpunk, bro. I'm really, really feeling Cyberpunk. I beat it, but I'm having more fun just doing all the side games.
So let me ask you a question. Do you recommend it?
Yes. If you got an Xbox One, no, I wouldn't recommend it. Even though, and I think I mentioned this on a prior podcast, I haven't had it. I play it on I was predominantly playing it on my Xbox One X. Mm-hmm. And I didn't really have any issues.
Okay.
I play it on, now I'm mostly playing it on the Series X. I had a few issues on the Series X. It's weird because I didn't have any on the other one, but now I'm having, some on the X. But just certain, the graphics ain't right, or it's a line, a couple squiggly lines on the screen that won't come off.
So you had like corruption looking like
just nothing, bro. It's nothing to really. It didn't halt anything. You turn the game off, you turn it right back on, and the console is so fast, you back in the game in no time anyway, even if you have to load up and you're not using quick resume. But I don't know, man. I like the game. I like going, and some of these side missions are like 25 minutes deep. Some of the side missions, but yeah, I'm really feeling the game. Also been playing Red Dead, Watch Dogs, Forza Horizon. I also been playing some Forza myself. Actually, with Forza, they came out
about Watch Dogs, bro. I just put it to the side and never went back to it.
Watch Dogs is cool, man. I like Watch Dogs. So you can get about 45 members in your group. So a lot of times I just walk around. Oh yeah, you can see the attributes, so you can like.
Are you
hack
doing
them.
the permadeath thing?
What's that?
Or no?
The permadeath. What's that?
So when I first cut it on, there was like an option to do permadeath, or like if somebody you're using dies, you can bring them back to life, or they could just die permanently.
No, they're dead. Yeah. So if
So
they
you
die,
selected permadeath.
yes. If they die, they're dead. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, they're done. You can go to. They can get locked up too. So they can get locked up and go to jail.
How do you get them out of jail?
You can't. But like certain people, you got to look at their attributes before you add them to your team, and plus you have to do something for them to be added to your team. So like,
okay,
someone's attribute they may be a caseworker, or they may be already in law enforcement, and one of the attributes maybe gets out of jail quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you get to see the weapons they have. Like some people may be rich. It's like maybe rich and may be rich in crypto. This person owns an AK-47. It's a cool game, man. It's I hadn't read any reviews or anything on it, and I hadn't looked at the game much before I actually played it. But I'm having fun with it.
Okay.
I'll play it a little bit more once I've had my feel of Cyberpunk. But
bro, I've decided with Cyberpunk that I'm just gonna wait.
Just wait.
I'm gonna wait for some patches.
Wait. Go ahead. Wait.
Because I have it.
Wait to the because we're not playing the update. We're not playing the the next gen version. Yeah. So yeah, just wait till you get the next gen version.
I have it for the PC. And I've got a RTX 2080 Super. I'm still on the hunt for a 3080, but it seems like life is not gonna cooperate with me.
I sold my, just to get off the subject a little bit, I'm sorry. I sold my the first Nintendo Switch I got. Mm-hmm. And just in conversation with the people at GameStop, I hate walking to GameStop, but just conversation of people, they're going to be selling the graphics cards. Mm-hmm. So they
have to transit. Have you seen the stock?
Yeah.
That stock hit $40 last week, bro.
I sold it.
If I would have held on to my GameStop.
Wait.
If I would have held on to my GameStop stock.
Hold on. Stop it. Did you say it hit $40?
Hit $40.
Where did it climb?
So that was part of they were trying to squeeze it, I believe, but all of these new retail like Robinhood investors are like disrupting the market, so nothing is functioning the way that it used to.
Are you $40, bro?
It was 40. I think it's at 32 right now.
I bought GameStop. I want to say at like $9 or $10.
I bought GameStop.
I sold GameStop
at $4, my brother.
I sold GameStop at 19. You telling me
it was higher than me? I sold it at like 16.
No, you're right. No, I sold it somewhere around 16, I think.
It's at $36 right now.
Jesus. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, man, they're gonna be selling graphics cards in there, man.
Yeah. So they have to.
You might want to even look. Oh, I ain't even gonna say. I'll tell you offline. They're gonna have them in on a certain day.
Okay. They're transitioning from all physical, just games. They're trying to do digital. They do have the deal with Microsoft, and I think they did a deal with another publisher to where they get pieces of the digital dollar, any digital dollar that's spent, or digital purchases, I should say. So yeah, that's going to be a different store in the near future.
They have to. They can't.
They're not going to survive.
Yeah, they won't be able to compete. They got to.
And I was waiting on the stock to drop so I could buy back in and just hold on to it. And it hits, god doggone, $40.
I'm mad. I sold it right before Christmas, I believe.
Bro.
Oh no. I sold it early December, actually.
Yeah. At this point, I don't get mad as long as I made a profit on the stock.
Yeah, I made a nice profit on.
Yeah, I'm not getting mad.
I made a nice.
It is what it is. It's like jump shots, bro. You shoot a jump shot. If you hit, you don't get mad because you took a 2 and you could have took the 3. You don't get mad at that. You don't get mad at that.
Zach Levine. Hey, Ian, just something I wanted to talk to you about before we get out of here. Before we run up out of here, any New Year's resolutions?
To find out which one of my friends or if any of my friends are Packers fans or not, because I need to know. I need to know what runs in your blood. You know, and it's clear to me that you got green in your blood. I think you undercover as Packers fan.
Never, bro.
I think you undercover, bro. Like you spend all these years like hanging out with somebody. You think you know somebody, and then they tell you that they rooting for the Packers.
I just don't hate the Packers. I just don't have this innate
That means you're a Packers
hatred.
fan. You're from
I don't
Chicago.
have this innate hatred.
You're from Chicago and you don't hate the Packers. That means you're a Packers fan.
Nah, bro. Nah.
Just put your green hoodie on, bro. Your yellow and green hoodie. Just put it on.
A piece of cheese on my head.
Cheese head. As far as your question, I typically don't do New Year's resolutions. I do usually. Me neither. I usually have goals that I want to attain.
That's what I was about to say. I don't have resolutions. I have goals. What are some of your goals for the year?
So this year, I'm just, I'm definitely
you don't have to be super. You don't have to be super specific, bro.
No, I'm gonna be way more active in investing, because I've been doing it way more passively the last few years, but I'm way more active now, and I'm definitely gonna take care of my health a little bit better. I want to move that health bar more to just way more healthy. And those are, and try and grow the YouTube stuff a little bit more. Those are the goals. But I really don't do resolutions.
Nah, me either, man. Some of mine are some of my goals actually. Like you said, invest more. I want to learn a little bit more about this crypto. I'm into the crypto, man. I got my foot in. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got 2 feet in. I got my foot in the crypto. So I want to learn a little bit more about that. This year I'm gonna be buying some land in another country. Already got the funds for it. That's happening this year. That's gonna be. I'm not gonna get super specific, but that's just part of my retirement. Just trying to sock away some coin for retirement, which 15, anywhere between 15 and 20 years. I ain't trying to be 60 years old and work anywhere, bro.
Right.
I'm trying to live on my back. You know what I'm saying? Just wake up. I'm trying to live I'm trying to live like this, bro.
Okay. You gonna be a sex worker or something? Like, what do you say? You living on your back? What?
I'm trying to have my feet up, man. When I'm 60, man. I don't know, man. Oh, building my son a PC. That's another one.
Okay.
So I want to get him into coding. I want to get him into just trying to, we talked about it. I ain't trying to have my son start at 0, man. I want my son to start at 3.
Right. I talked to you about those fans. I think I'm gonna keep those fans because I think I'm gonna start building my son a PC as well.
Oh, I don't know what you would talk about, fans.
PC fans.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't have much. Like I said, I got some goals. Health, definitely one of them. Actually dropped a few pounds this week.
Okay.
I don't know, man. That's about it. That's about it. That's all I got for today, man. Now booty.
What is now booty?
Now booty.
What does that mean? What is that?
I don't know. Now booty. There you go. There we go. I ain't seen now booty in a minute, man. Like we did our show, a month ago?
We did a what?
What was the last show? About a month ago? That was the last time I saw now booty.
It's all a blur, my brother.
It's all a blur, man. We got crazy people storming into capitals and everything. Twitter, From Chicago to the Mast. YouTube, From Chicago to the Mast. Instagram, Dummast Podcast, all one word. We are out. Peace. Ah, look at you.
That's my old man dance.
That's probably how you dance for real. Oh, you bake head bouncing? Was that the